I seem to have an SMS message. Who is messaging me at this time? Who's messaging when I am let's playing? Who's messaging me when I am busy making a let's play after like what was that, 4 months? Yeah, after that was 4 months. Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to this LP of Crash Team Racing, of course. So I'm back into let's playing once more. And it has been quite a long time, I know, because quite a long time has been in general, you know, waiting for finally to, you know, get to, you know, millennial dreams that keep piling up, like in the song Holding Out by 11T7, which you need to listen. Why did I even go there? I have no idea. Seriously, I have no idea why I did that. I guess because, you know, we need some action. It'd be really stupid if I play this out and it turns out I didn't record anything. It has been really a lot of pain trying to set everything up. Okay, so we last time battled with Peru, who happened to be Rotten Brain because he's the one who is last. And you might think that I have become worse at playing this, which is because I've been playing some Nitro-Fueled, and that turned out to be horrible, because Nitro-Fueled basically screws with your muscle memory, which you have learned in this game, kind of like how you see here. And then you basically end up in this situation where you don't know how to play either of the games. You know, people will tell me often, you know, stuff like, if you don't like that game, just don't play it. Look, it's not that simple, because, you know, I actually was on a tournament, and I think I'm gonna publish the, gonna publish a let's play footage that I have when I was in a tournament, and when people mocked me. They mocked me because, oh, in Slide Colosseum you could go through an invincible barrel, now you cannot. Like, seriously, they were mocking me because I was used to the original physics, and then they treated me like a snowflake. But like, seriously, look, you cannot make fun out of someone losing. Hello, I mean, it doesn't have to do with remakes or not remakes. I mean, you just cannot, you know, make fun of someone losing. Seriously, I mean, what happens in the game, like how the characters, you know, laugh at each other, but seriously, you cannot do that, especially then play the victim card. Like, that's the alcoholism, which isn't allowed. Look, I don't even care about political correctness or freedom of speech, what anyone says, because in my time of Slightly Retro, which says on my channel, in my time such behavior was banned. It didn't even mean who you were, you just couldn't behave like that. It was restricted. In 2001, 2007, you couldn't behave like that. See, you couldn't. And yeah, that's why I keep going back to the past, because those times were times in which there were trophies for the good guys, and nobody was complaining about how that, I mean, except for bullies, of course, who are the ones who, you know, always had everyone, you know, who had some father who had a bomb and came to the school and said, hey, my son deserves better grades. But, you know, I'm glad in Crash Team Racing it doesn't happen. Then in my good times, there's no such thing. Hope that my good times go back, you know, come back here. To be more precise, come on Dingo, come on Dingo. Wow, look at that, Crash's foot is his foot is going into the podium. Yeah, congratulations to me. Let's listen to some instructions on this whip.
You can go faster through turns by power sliding. To access the power slide, press and hold the R1 button while turning hard.
While turning hard like this. I know, I'm just fooling around. By the way, I want to exploit all the possible hints that there are, as I did on the last time, you know, because you might have seen in the beginning of the video I have a save file which I didn't fully complete, like I'm gonna show you now. You can see here, hold on a second, no, I think it was on an emulator or whatever. I think I actually beat the game, but not fully. Like, it was 101%, but the problem was and there was one hint that I did not unlock. It gets really messy. So let's see Coco Park. Now, when I played the remake of the remastering of Nitro-Fueled, you have to admit something. They did fix some stuff. For example, this track over here. This track, among all other tracks, looks very unsaid. You know, it's very unsaid because it has a lot of, you know, good, nice little thingies, but you never get to see all of the, I mean, how can I say, it's the most boring track here because it doesn't use all the nice graphic stuff that other tracks use. And in the remake, this one actually came out really great. But you know what really sucks about Nitro-Fueled? No matter what happens, no matter what you do, the physics are only going to be good to you if you haven't played the original Crash Team Racing in a long while, or if you haven't played it at all. So you basically end up you know, thinking that the game is something else, which it isn't. I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, if the game was called Crash Team Racing 2 and if the main stages were, I don't know, something else that wasn't, you know, this, and if these were the bonus stages, like some extra stuff, then we get, okay, so it's in a different game. For example, kind of like when I got myself a PlayStation 2 console, and I mean, I didn't get, my brother did, but I got Crash Tag Team Racing, thinking it's a sequel. Wow, a sequel to Crash Team Racing, wow. Turns out it wasn't a sequel, it was a completely different game. I was, you know, a bit disappointed, but the game was amazing. It was a blast, because it was like full of glitches, full of ridiculous shenanigans, like cars, like merging into one, you know, you merge with some other racer and become one car, and one of you is like using the weapon, and like, oh, look at this, like this what I did right here, that's basically what that game was, you know. And for that game I knew that it was something else because it controlled differently. Like if it had a power sliding or such, I wouldn't get used to it because it's a completely different game with different physics and different levels. So, you know, it's not the same thing. So, yeah. But this way, when you go back here to the original stuff, yeah, you're all happy and go doosh. Yeah. I have a trophy, and that is good. Now let's hear the important news. Here's the important stuff, I hope.
To get a turbo boost while power sliding, wait until the smoke from your exhaust turns black. Then press the L1 button. If you wait too long, you'll hear a backfire sound and miss your chance for a boost.
Yeah, like that's to get. I seem to have an SMS message. Who is messaging me at this time? At this time? At this time? Who's messaging when I am let's playing? Who's messaging me when I am busy making a let's play after like what was that, 4 months? Yeah, after that was 4 months. So these are the hints that you were supposed to get at the beginning, because you saw what I was doing was basically power sliding. I explained it in previous episode, you know. I had to watch out that my laptop doesn't overheat or anything, you know, because anything can happen. Yeah, I kinda lost my track of thought. So the thing is, another stuff about this game. You might have noticed that some players, like if you play there with someone in 2-player mode, how is it possible that you can get super weapons and that someone else doesn't, or vice versa? Well, the thing is, if you keep mashing the circle button a lot, then you will get a better RNG, a better weapon, you know, because the game actually rewards you for being persistent on pressing that button, you know. Like even if you're in the second place, you might even get 2 warp orbs. I think I'm gonna put a footage of that. Yeah, it's very low quality, like Hypercam 2 from 2011. I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh my goodness, it's a freaking electric ball. Tesla ball. 2 Tesla balls at the same time. No, in a row.
Yeah, I think you saw it, I inserted it there maybe. You know, it's horrible footage because back in the day we had horrible computers, horrible stuff, and yeah, but see the point. And this has led my brother, when I was recording on VHS tapes or Let's Plays, I smashed him on polar pass in the third lap, and like I was at the beginning, I was completely last. Then on the jump, I screwed him up, and he turned off the console. Second time, he broke the CD. He broke the CD. I had to download some copy from the internet, which happened to be the glitchy one with the glitchy emulator.
But people, this is a glitch. The Spyro 2 music plays.
Yeah, that's the shitty emulator he has.
No! That's the ROM, not
no,
the
the emulator is.
No, the ROM.
Let's just okay, let's.
But it's
So you see why that game was glitchy. It was a demo game. So the third time, my brother threw the joystick onto the TV, and it's funny how when I gave him the joystick to play again, he actually lost because one of the buttons was not working for him. Yeah. I mean, this has nothing to do with vengeance. It just has to do with, you know, getting what you deserve, you know. Like, you know, if some person doesn't want to get good and start behaving good, they have to learn from their consequences, you know. The only bad thing is, like, how can you make sure the bad guy gets the consequences and not the good guy, you know. That's the only problem that ever was, you know. But it got solved. Just don't care what I do to for the 5 days in a week, and the other 2 days you just play the Crash Team Racing and you keep recording your audio tapes and VHS tapes of what you love doing most, and you keep getting trophies. Boing drsh, boing drsh. Come on, show me. Okay, show me. Yes, boing drsh, boing drsh, boing drsh. Yes. Now let's listen to Uka Uka.
To get around a tight turn, or to face a direction quickly, use the brake slide by pressing and holding the square button while turning hard.
I'm doing hard button. I think I'm gonna like put the face of the Inspector Gadget. I think in the new game, I'm not sure, like in Nitro-Fueled they made it you could also turn by using by holding a back button, but that's just stupid. I mean, if the original game tells you to do this by simply just pressing right and square button, why do you need anything more than that? Like, what were they thinking? You know, completely alienating the old fan base. You know, no, really, the slightly retro time where, you know, you could say anything that makes sense and be accepted for it, instead of being forced to, you know, listen to some stupid opinion of some bully and then not being able to say anything bad. Yeah, slightly retro for the win. Okay, let's play. Enough of, I mean, it's not politics, like socio-political issues. I was just saying because I had this ranting going all the time for me. Might look up the C++ seminar video. Anyway, so this is the stage that is native to Dingodile. Have to win this. Come on. Yeah, hope I... Yeah, see? That's what I was saying. I was mashing the circle button. I think you heard a tap on my joystick. I didn't tell the audio properly. See, the thing is, if you tap the circle button really quickly, the random number generator will be rigged towards your advantage because the game rewards you for your persistence. So that is why games are great, because they reward you for your persistence. In real life, in school, if you ask questions because you know you don't understand, because you came to learn, of course you don't understand, the other kids will say, oh, you just ask questions, you're stupid. And then when you say how that's not allowed to be said, they're going to use like freedom of speech as an excuse to bully you. Seriously, man? Like, is that the world we want to live in? No. Like, let's just, you know, go play Crash Team Racing and get lots of money on YouTube and Patreon and move out and be happy with, you know, meeting up with best buddies from the internet and, you know, having a nice RV life, you know, RV, you know, those refurbished vans and the buses and stuff. That's kind of cool, you know. So I just love to do a lot. Thinking about, you know, just meeting, I mean, this is basically what all of us internet people want. I mean, that's why we came here when, you know, the real world was no longer inhabitable. But just like how Dingodile has defended himself here, we're gonna defend our slightly retro time, and we're gonna have a nice celebration. I mean, a lot of them, not just waiting for birthdays or for Christmas, no, every day. So, I'm glad to have been able to reassure you. Let's look at this. Yeah, Coco is reporting how she lost. Yeah, that was basically ranting before there was, you know, but back then, when you ranted, you made a meaningful post on a forum and not some stupid, you know, trolling stuff. Papu Papu.
Papu much tired of watching puny slugs race so slow. Papu want inaction to lay boom down big and prove Papu is world's best driver. Papu moves so fast, you munch drags.
Okay, I'm going to challenge the Mr. Fat Belly. Oh no, I made a mistake. I did not save my game. That's not good. Because like there was a story how everyone was having a hard time with this boss, because you know you don't learn how to power slide until you know recently, you know, which is really a problem. See, because all bosses are basically rigged to automatically have maximum absolutely all stats, regardless of anything. You know, that's really weird because you know everyone's just beating, trying to beat Papu so hard. I mean, it's not my story, but you know, a typical story. Came from school just to get at, and you didn't do your homework. You just wanted to get at, and no, you get a power loss, and the power loss, boom, you lost everything. And then you want to try again, and again you finally beat it, and then your mom comes home, and then she realizes you didn't do the dishes, you didn't do the homework, and then she beats you up. But you know it was all worth it because you finally made it there. You finally made it. Yeah. See, it's kind of weird how I finally figured out how many people like use the word addiction as a synonym for liking. Okay, so if you like being nice to people, that means you're addicted to being nice to people. If you like food, you're addicted to liking food. Like people tend to say a lot of addicting stuff, but you know what? The most addictive thing of all, that's actually addicting, is the concept of addiction itself, you know? Like just like how the most cringy thing is the concept of cringe. Because you know, as long as you're thinking about something being cringy, then you're acting upon that, and that's not good. Because in that case, you know, you end up just feeling scrupulosity and you know, waste up a lot of time of your life, or like realizing that you just want to go back. Hence why there's always nostalgia. And you can already see that it's kind of, oh come on, it's kind of predicted already in Codename Kids Next Door, you know, how adulthood is a disease, you know. Yeah, I kind of lost this one. Or did I? Come on, oh come on. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish the race. Yeah, looks like I lost. Yeah, I was talking about the story I lost. So this is the first race I lost, but you know, didn't lose, but because I'm retrying. Yeah, the first one that I lost. So as I was saying, you can see how in many cartoons a lot of this stuff has been predicted, you know, Codename Kids Next Door, how adulthood and scrupulosity is kind of like a disease. You need to watch episode archive, and then you can see how many people throughout the history have been using, you know, like Shakespeare and Dostoevsky and other, you know, authors of books as references to, you know, proverbs and stuff, you know, like while the cats were away, the mice will play, blah blah. But whenever someone tries to use cartoons, then it's suddenly bad, it's suddenly addiction, it's suddenly war. And you can see that just like how this thing snatches you here, same way back in my day, you know, back in my day, you know, this kind of like replicated itself, like gradually. You can see how many people ended up taking medication because they thought they were not normal, because they wanted to fit the mold, because they were being bullied by that time. And by the time when we all got to the internet to meet with each other, we were all frustrated. All because these bad people who we had to, you know, obey just because they're parents, or because they are siblings or something. Like, you have to obey them, not your friends. No, and guess what? I got family that ain't blood, and I got blood that ain't family. See, all you just have to do is just bypass them like this. You know, like people tend to use the Bible, like honor your parents. Like, yes, honor, but not obey. Like obeying and honoring is not the same. Like if your parents told you to hate yourself, would that be honoring? No, it wouldn't, because you know it's not honoring to hate anyone, let alone your own self. Because if you hate your own self, how are you gonna love anyone else? Get away from me! Well, that was great. Ooh. See, that's basically what I mean. Now, my theme of making Let's Play is going to drastically change, because I won't be so much talking about just the game, but actual, you know, topics in terms of, you know, life and stuff. Because that's frankly what I would, for some reason I've become really complaining about. I mean, don't complain, I'm just stating the facts. It's just my facts are proven by empirical evidence, but which is only, you know, provable by feelings. Hashtag feelings are facts. Because if you're an INFJ, then that's basically, yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah. Yeah. Am I gonna risk it? Nope. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to say. Let's see what comes next. Maybe I could do a multiple Let's Plays. Gonna see. But I definitely have to go and save the game. Definitely. Definitely, because I won. Papu has been finally defeated. And I forgot how to sing and how to do. That doesn't matter, it's okay. So tell me, what would you like to see in the next Let's Play? I mean, next part, whatever, I don't know. Papu doesn't feel really good. He feels kinda sick. Something's bad with his belly. What's wrong, Papu?
Oh, Papu not himself today. Maybe Papu not eating a big breakfast.
I can
You
tell.
are fast for be so small. Here is key to help. Oxide much bigger problem for you. Him not as big, but him much more grumpy.
Oh yeah. See, that's basically what I mean. Because you know, Papu and Ripuru, like they're the most good guys in the entire game. Like, I mean, among the bosses, you know, they're just, you know, chilling, you know, relaxing. Too bad I didn't even reignite in the Nitro-Fueled, like, check this out, listen to this. Crossfading. Too bad that in the Nitro-Fueled remake, in that one, in a Nitro-Fueled remake, something really weird happened. You know, the characters became more disgusting and mean, like Ripuru is spitting out the key from his mouth. Papu was like, seriously, you cannot do that to my childhood, really? Oof, ouch. My poor little mind. I think I heard this hint about this part. Okay, let's save the game. Okay. Let's save the game, because we have to go, and let's save the game, because we have to go from 9% to 18%, which is twice as much. Haven't gotten any tokens yet, or any other stuff. And you might have noticed if you pause the game, you will see that there's lots of these invisible things. So what are they? What are these invisible things and these tokens? Well, I'll be explaining that in the next video. So in the next video I hope to see you. Maybe it could be like immediately recorded after this one, maybe not, who knows. Thank you for watching and see ya.